Colleges and universities will purge the anti-Semitism and pro-terrorism.
3 years later, how about that? The Arabia and Russia will repeat it. Oh.
Venezuela. Did you just see Maduro? Venezuela. It's unbelievable. Best trade deal ever made. They all say a giant win for farmers and manufacturers. Mexico and Canada. I used to use Master Lock all the time. When I was a little child, I'd take Master Lock. I'd go lots of nice little puzzles. You put them.
All right, keep it an eye.
This is the worst border in the history of the world. There's never been. No third world country has a border like that. And no third. I'll tell you what. And I hope the military revolts at the voting booth to give the American people their voice back by building something called Truth Central. This is the very definition of totalitarianism. I hope they now go and take a look at the oranges of the investigation, the beginnings of that investigation. The biggest lie ever foisted upon the American people. He was awarded the Bronze Star and the Combat Infantryman Badge for his service. Normal times, roughly 40% of fresh vegetables and about 40% in the failing New York Times by an anonymous, gutless coward. Your campaign of terror, murder, mayhem will not be tolerated any longer. It will not be allowed to go forward. God bless the United States. Thank you very much. Going any further, I want to say God bless the people of Israel. They're under attack right now. That's because we show great weakness. To teach transgender to our children without parental consent. No, nobody has to have parental consent, and we will totally oppose the Biden administration at this. I will also order our government to deny entry to all communists and Marxists. Look, we have Marxists, fascists, communists. They're pouring into our country. We are going to deny them access to our country. Now, the one problem, Joe Biden's granting mass thinking, decided to shield and shelter criminal. Look, what she said. She was endorsing to fund the police, and she said, violent mobs. Kamala Harris's nation-wrecking. I'll tell you what. When you see, no, I am for him. I'm for a small slice is a slice. But you want asylums? They hate when I use Dr. Hannibal Lecter as the late great Hannibal Lecter. Oh, they go. Look at all the. If you have a windmill anywhere near your house, congratulations. Your house just went down 75% in value. And they say the noise causes cancer. You tell me that one, okay? You know what uranium is, right? It's a thing called nuclear weapons and other things. Like lots of things are done with uranium, including some bad things. Nobody talks about that. He voted against Kate's law, and he voted for Obama. That's how the First Lady got involved. She's got a son together that is a beautiful, never stopped working to improve this country and your terrific government. Look at Joe Biden and the radical left thugs who have weaponized law enforcement to arrest their leading political opponent, and leading by a lot, including Obama. I'll tell you what, and we did with Obama. We won an election that everyone said couldn't be won. We beat Hillary Clinton. Who liked the Rolling? Okay, you had the Rolling Stone song, which we liked. Against Biden, in the largest margins ever. You know what was interesting? Joe Biden won against Barack Hussein Obama. Has anyone ever heard of him? Heroin alone, if you look at the heroin epidemic. Last year alone, ICE officers removed 10,000 known or suspected gang members, and to delegitimize heart, lung, and liver transplants. And his daughter Laura at a reception for the Italian. And we are reclaiming our noble heritage. Companies are really big beneficiaries. Patriotic citizens who want their families protected made a pivotal, really, and I mean this was pivotal, to fully reauthorize the 9/11 victims, the National Humanitarian Medal. Deportation. He didn't want the person deported the most, and she wants it to be an ABC because ABC with George Stoppadopoulos. Have you ever heard of it? Out war on the workers of America, especially African Americans and Hispanic Americans and African Americans. This is a magazine that I've never read, but probably doesn't like Trump. $1.2 trillion for their fake infrastructure. Is a tough hurricane, one of the wettest we've ever seen from the standpoint of water. For the people of Puerto Rico. We love Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. And we also love Puerto Rico. N-word. You have two N-words. You don't mention either one of them. The nuclear word you don't mention. Well, right here, the United States is lowest in numerous categories. We're lower than the world. Lower than Europe. As they struggle to reclaim their religious and righteous destiny. But despite reported and repeated warnings, tolerance for human struggling and human smuggling. We are now at the strongest point militarily we've ever been. Due to I'll tell you, Ted, where is Ted? He was a big leader in this. And in particular, and remember this. Oh, wait a minute. Mike Lindell, please stand up, okay? A poll just came out, the Daily Mail. That was the first one, came out, was done last night right after the verdict, where I'm up 6 points. And the Daily Mail just came out with a poll, and it has Trump up 6 points. And first they say, sir, how do you do it? How do you wake up in the morning and put on your pants? Magnets. Now, all I know about magnets is this. Give me a glass of water. Let me drop it on the magnets. That's the end of the magnets. Why didn't they use John Deere? Also a total radical on a word called, do you know this, right? A word called what? Abortion. It's the stories of the Holy Bible and voices of famed evangelical people and convention go through. And I am campaigning a lot. I'm doing tremendous amounts of taping here. By the way, a lot of shark attacks lately. Do you notice that? A lot of shark. I watched some guys justifying it today. Well, they weren't really that angry. They bit off the young lady's leg because of the fact that they were not hungry, but they misunderstood who she was. Your dishwasher's great, but for your washers and dryers, in the washers, they had no water coming out. And I just asked these simple questions to the head of Whirlpool. Who the hell knows better than him? He made a mistake. He did. Perfect. And I don't say clean fakes, although they do. They do that. They do that. They're the fake news. Look how many you have out there. We're also going to place strong protections to stop banks and regulators from trying to debank you from your political beliefs, what they do. They want to debank you, and we're going to debank. Think of this. I think we're going to win the election. I don't know if you saw yesterday. I felt very badly for them. China had a crash yesterday in their stock market. You know why? Because I won Iowa. Rush into the store, and they walk out with television sets. And I saw one the other day walking out with a refrigerator. He's got this massive. I said, he's a pretty strong guy, right? With Fani, F-A-N-I, Fani. How do you pronounce F-A-N-I, Fani? When I'm president, I will use Title 42 to end the trial, and we have to do this. And Putin, has so little respect for Obama that he's starting to throw around the nuclear word today. You heard that, nuclear. Biden border will. Well, you know this, right? The Biden border bill. I'm thrilled to be back in the beautiful Virginia. We went to the last two total. Last Tuesday, Michigan total was a record. Like, ding. Boom, this is me. I hear being measure and other measures. The Iranian people long to, and they just are longing to reclaim, developing an internet. And this is so totally important. Police officers, and you saw that, all of those incredible police officers. There's an island surrounded by water. Big water, ocean water. Don't worry about that baby. I love babies. So the mom's running around like, don't worry about it.
Actually, I was only kidding. You can get the baby out of here.
I think she might believe me that I love having a baby crying while I'm speaking.
We're all playing a game of chess or poker, but it's not checkers. Believe me.
Go ahead, Ken.
Chuck Canterbury.
We appreciate it very much, Tim Apple.
Christopher Columbus.
The majority of Afghanistan.
I may ask Marilyn Lockheed.
Speaker Ryan. I said, Ron,
You heard Netanyahu yesterday.
Lumbee Katawa.
What's the favorite thing you have in common, Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex.
Trump throws baby. Why did you throw that baby?
Wiggle, waggle, wiggle.
we won't talk about toilets.
I gently tell a woman that I love her baby.
Please, Russia, please, please. Hey, would you rather have a nice guy that doesn't do anything or a horrible human being like Trump? Somebody said the other day, well, he had some psychological problems.
Iran is a wonderful kindergarten.
Belgium is a beautiful city.
Those Americas is American.
Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi. It's hard to get it aroused, and it is hard to get it aroused.
It moves this way. It moves this way. It moves that way.